right, it is Stars Without Number, White Wolf Pyre, session 12. Time for the recap.
I was asleep.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, not a lot of interesting things happened. We just kind of woke up on the ship, went exploring a bit, spoke to the captain, met the crew, tried to establish some form of repertoire with them, which went okay. F-350 needed maintenance constantly because he's probably the whiniest little bitch on this group. Waited in a system out in the middle of the black for word about when we could reach General Markov, and finally after 4 days they're like, okay, yep, you're good to go. We jumped in there. We saw his I don't know if palace would be the correct word, but his station, house, abode. And we were getting ready to head there, and suddenly a Sisters of Karma battleship teleported in, and they're like, okay, we're going to search you, and we were getting searched, and then they found something supposedly, and their face went pale, and that's pretty much where we stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Did they check your prison wallet?
No, thankfully. Unfortunately, I don't have my notes on my computer with me because I'm in California.
Also, before Niall's ship was boarded, he shut off the artificial gravity.
Yeah.
And you also met his crew. You met Adana, which was an older woman in the galley. You met Muzz, who was down helping, I think, work on F-350, or he was down in the cargo bay. Niall said that he had some spare parts to help, and then Muzz, after he left, Muzz said that there were more if you had some credits or whatever, if you could cut him in on the next deal, that he'd offer you some more parts because Niles was holding out. Then there's Dane, who is the young kid who is like, thinks he's in charge. He's running around doing everything. You know that.
I thought Dane was the one that Corvald was helping him. Like Corvald was kind of showing him the ropes about how to and like fixing F-350.
Yes, yeah. You were when you were outside, and then Muzz was in the cargo bay with F-350. Then you met Quarta, who seemed to be examining the replicant head and body, and she wasn't very. She's not a people person. And the weird thing was Dane had never been off world. He'd only been to some spaceport once and bought a bunch of cosmic cool Doritos. The leader of the Sisters of Karma in his dark green vac suit with his assorted weapons was bit. And they were searching the ship. I know they were going through the captain's, not the captain's quarters, but the command center there, like removing books and looking through everything. We pick it up where Niles picks up something that looks like the size of a garage door opener in his hand. You can see he's got it kind of hidden, and he presses it. And at that moment, a bunch of alarms start to flash in the ship, and you hear something about a containment breach. Something to do, it's like spouting off. It's in other parts of the ship, but there's a bunch of lights going off, and you see that the Sisters of Karma soldiers kind of look at each other, and you can feel the ship detach from the magnet, because it's stuck to the battleship. They drop it, and it starts to float. And they're like, what's that? They're like, what's that alert? We need to get off the ship. And they start running for the exit. And one of them comes over and grabs Anne. He's like, "You got to come with me."
I am.
Yeah,
Where are we going?
battleship. You're going with me.
Didn't we detach from the battleship?
Yeah, but we'll get you there. Do you have a vac suit on?
No. I don't have a vac. All I have are mag boots,
That's
a
right. They
pair of
gave you.
slacks, and a sweater. That's all you've given me. That's why I'm not sure what he's gonna do with me.
You'll be fine. You're full of corrector nanites.
This is how I die.
You
Oh,
took
Just
space.
pulls you out in a hard vacuum.
You need air? Shit. Think that through.
Fine. Hops in the airlock, pops the button, just watches your eyes shrivel into your head.
The another one of the Sisters of Karma soldiers grabs him. Is like, "She can't survive out there, you dumbass. We got to get out of here." And then Bit comes in and goes, "Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back." And he opens the hatch, and they all exit as the ship is sort of floating there. Well, that got them out of here in a hurry. We better come up with something quick. They're going to figure out that was a false positive.
Do we have any fuel for another spike jump?
We could do one, yes, but I don't know the accuracy of it, but we can make it happen.
I don't think we have much of a choice in the matter at the moment, unfortunately.
Are you familiar with the cold spike jump before? Have you done one?
Yes, in the past.
Okay, well, he points you to the captain's chair.
Oh boy. All righty. Head to the captain's chair, and I'll abduct it.
Dane just kind of looks at you, kind of annoyance. And well, who was Niles' assistant? Chloe? No, is that right?
Oh, that's the name of my cat.
Yeah, I think it was Chloe then.
Okay. Don't worry, everyone. My cat's flying the ship. Will be fine.
Yeah, Chloe. She was in the seat. She gets up and just kind of like, but she sees it's you, so she's happy about it. It's not some man trying to take her job, so she's good. Gotta make this quick.
All right then.
You're in cloud system.
We're in cloud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the purple nebula is there, but it's in the distance.
Okay. And I know our spike drive can get us at least 2 systems over then.
Oh yeah.
Can we make it to the hum system? 1, 2, 3. Just glancing at the spike drive.
I mean, yeah, you could make it to the home system. Yeah.
It's not Sindum controlled space, but it's more under their sphere of influence still, correct?
Not really. Like Sindhu really doesn't have a sphere of influence anymore.
Why not? Shit, well that actually wouldn't help us because there's no place to refuel there. But then again, they don't need fuel. So yeah, take us to the hum system then. Okay, here we go. Yep, I will jump us to the hum system.
Okay. I'm assuming there's a role for that, like pilot, right?
There is a pilot role minimum of, let me see what to do.
I believe there's extra difficulty.
Yeah, base difficulty for spike drill is 7. Draw distance per 2 full hexes is +1, so that's 8. Drill activation was rush, that's 2, so I need to beat a 10 on the jump.
Right.
On the pilot roll. Okay, let's go for this. Okay, first one is 6. Next one. 10, 11, 12, 13 total.
In an instant, you could just hear something over the radio about like, we've identified this is a false we will be sending, and it scrambles into like garbled mess as you guys all in a matter of seconds hit the metadimensional space. You're just kind of sitting there as like all sorts of colors and things kind of whiz by and everything moves in super slow-mo. And like 2-3 seconds pass and all of a sudden you are now in the hum system and all the data and information starts to spit out onto the nav computer with its 3 planets out here in Yellow Dwarf Star, and Endo Station begins to be, begins to ping off your ship.
Yes. How big's Endo Station?
As far as what? Like, what are you looking to do?
Trying to find it. WAU4 is an orbital run around Pearl Shaw. Do we know anything about it?
You bring it up and it just says, abandoned space station.
Oh, don't Neil. Yeah, it could be a good place to hide for a bit.
Since F-350 was not privy to the knowledge that we were jumping, I'm assuming he still has the coordinates locked in for the station that we were headed to in the last system. So you're gonna hear over the group chat or the group channel. Recalculating. Position has changed. Estimated time of arrival. Plus 34 years at current speed.
I'll time back. F-350, I'm driving. Don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing. Maybe.
Recalculating.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about. No, never mind. So, what do you think? Shall we hide for a bit?
Well, marvelous work. And I think some hiding is in order. Let's hope that the sisters do not follow.
Corval will walk in. Are we going hyper? Are we going metadimensional space? Where are we now? Where am I?
We are in the hum system.
Hum.
Yes.
Never been there before.
Oh. Nice place, supposedly. Looks at planets, not nice place. Do you have any good suggestion on where we might hide?
Well, if we find a bingo parlor or a resort of some sort, that could be nice to hide,
Well, Pearl Shaw is known as being much a resort planet at the moment, and let's take a quick look here. Well, actually, Ermac might work.
Ermac.
Yes. It's considered a cultural power in the fact of producing music, art, and philosophy.
Oh, I'd love to battle with some minds. Yeah, we could go hide there.
Neil, what do you think?
I think we need to lay low. I mean,
Yes. Any suggestions as to where?
sure. Considering our cargo, I don't think I want to too close to anywhere.
Well, if we just sit out here in the middle of space, we're much easier to find than if we were to hide somewhere like on a planet or a station or an asteroid field or anything like that.
I guess we could connect head to some defunct asteroid. It'll be a bit. Won't be as fun as the philosophy planet, but we can make up our own philosophies.
Well, a few things to make sure that they won't be able to track the ship even if we land on an asteroid, because we are a rather large metallic object attaching to an asteroid. So we'd have to find one made of iron and full of exotic metals that would not make us appear easily on scanners.
As well as a 90% power shutdown of the ship.
Indeed.
Wait, will the coffee pot still run?
No, that's the first thing that goes.
Negative.
I don't like this plan.
You have one of your own.
No, I just don't like this one.
Understandable. Well, what do you think, Captain?
Callus may be an option. We could.
Peter, can F-350 see on the scanners that abandoned station that you mentioned?
Yeah.
It's over Pearl Shaw.
Does it have any latent power signatures coming from it, like any low-level power signatures that we might be able to disguise our ship within?
Yeah. Yeah. It's got some kind of power.
Perhaps if we dock with the abandoned station and power down to a low setting, we could hide within the power signature of the abandoned station.
That'd be worth a shot.
Will the coffee pot work then?
If we plug, well, the station might actually have a coffee pot on it. That would work.
I like this plan better already.
Well, that sounds like a vote in our favor. Captain, with your permission?
Well, you've gotten us this far. Go ahead and proceed. Which abandoned ruin is this?
WAU4, WA4. It is over Pearl Shaw in the Hum system.
Waffle over Pearl Shaw.
WA4 over Pearl Shaw. Yes. Yes, I will drive us there.
There is a moon near Pearl Shaw, a disease.
A disease?
Try not to hit that on your way to the station.
Yeah.
Is the moon just a giant boil? Like,
A boil on the ass of the universe, right here.
Disease.
A disease. Oh, and it has its own orbital run too. Hashir, of course. That's an adventurous playground up here.
that one sounds like a Nurgle infestation, if I ever heard of one.
Sounds like this whole system's infested with pirates.
Yo ho ho ho, a private life for me. Okay. Yeah. Right, drive us on in. How's the ship handle?
Pretty good.
Very good. Not like driving a boat or anything. Smooth sailing.
Yep.
What's the MPG on this thing? The MPK.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know the mark per kilometer.
You fly right near this large orbital ruin. You can tell it's probably at one time it was supposed to be spinning or whatever, but it's not. There are some pieces and parts missing from it.
Oh, is there a hangar we can land inside of?
No, it's not big enough. The ship, at least there's not an obvious hangar. The ship might fit in one of in maybe one of the landing bays, but all landing bays are closed.
Scanning for docking clamps.
Okay, you find some.
Coordinates pinged.
F-350, remember where we parked?
Affirmative.
So yeah, you can hear the noise as the ship clamps up against the side of this orbital ruin. Well done. We probably need to hold here for a while until hopefully things cool off.
Sounds fun. Corvold, can you do a quick scan and see if there's an atmosphere on this station?
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
So Corval's gonna do the atmos. He's gonna head to the computer systems and try to see what he can find, and pick up as far as the biome and we're at an abandoned station, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to try to find out like how well the facilities are maintained, specifically the layouts of where the bathrooms are at, where the nearest one is at.
So you're looking for some kind of schematic.
Yeah.
What is the state of the toilet paper?
Yeah. Did they leave single ply or double ply?
Oh shit!
Or no ply?
It's sandpaper.
There's no artificial gravity if the station is not spinning, so going to the bathroom is going to be a bit awkward anyway.
Float around a bit, it'll be fun.
I wonder if he had like normal toilets in the bathrooms here, and now there's just water everywhere. The artificial gravity has been turned off.
Oh no, who
So
forgot
it
to
looks
flush?
like there it is. It looks like a big sombrero.
It's a Mexican station.
Arriba.
Maybe we can find some workers here for cheap. I got 10 credits. We're good.
Okay, so no coffee maker, but there might be margaritas.
And if we're unlucky, we might meet some tough hombres.
I want to check the signs when we enter the station and see if they're in Spanish. How is my galactic Spanish? Probably not
Yeah, I
good.
know. How many years of it did you take?
3, but I have 6 intelligence, so I probably retained none of it.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah, it was the same. Yeah, you took 3 classes. It was the same one.
Yeah.
So Niles fiddles around and he's like, well, I guess we need to maybe go inside, check to see if there's anything in here while we're here or not. What do you think?
Salvage would be optimal.
F-350 seems to be listening and very good.
We should probably try to open one of those larger bay doors and try to hide the ship if we can.
Very good, yes.
F-350, you think you can get out inside this station?
Affirmative.
Oh, well, in that case, we travel in style.
Just a full-size truck with a bunch of people in it driving down the corridors.
Okay, well, like a technical, we have everyone sitting in the back.
Well, there's no gravity, so it's going to be F-350's manipulator claw just.
Yeah, reaching for it. I'm sure you have magnetic tires or something.
Mag wheels.
Mag wheels. Yeah, screw it. Let's head on out.
Okay, so Niles goes in and leads you into a room with a bunch of like vac suits and equipment
Oh, lovely.
for you to use if you wish. There's hold your breath.
Yeah.
Of course, Dane has already got a vac suit on, and he's like, all right, when are we going? I mean, I'm ready, man. I think I can handle this. I'll lead this away team.
Why does he get to wear the pink one?
Hey, this is pink? What are you talking about?
Colorblind.
Term
I
salmon.
thought it was green.
I thought it was black and yellow. Yeah, I'll get myself a bright pink vac suit. Good to go. Fuck it.
When you
Okay.
say equipment, what kind of equipment?
Like a vac suit, and there's some let's see, he's got some simple tools, crowbar, he's got a laser cutter.
Corval might be interested.
I'll take the laser cutter and a vac suit and some mag boots if they have it.
Oh, we have mag boots already. We were giving them on the bridge.
Oh, that's right. But I'm I'm absolutely taking my leather jacket off and putting it on over top of my vac suit.
Okay.
Yeah, the vac suit on, check my laser pistol, make sure it's rearmed and everything, and good to go. Now, are these armored vac suits or standard vac suits?
They are standard vac suits.
Okay. Ooh, dear.
Okay. So Dustin, give me a D100 roll.
All right. 6.
Okay. And Jason, give me a D100 roll.
Don't do it, you're gonna regret it.
Probably, but not as much as the rest of you.
I won't die in one shot. Joke's on you, asshole.
66.
The number of the beast.
You were saying.
I told you. Hello, Doc.
Isaiah, give me a D100 roll.
All right.
Oh, don't do Isaiah, please.
And if it stops rolling, is it 12?
I don't think I've had to roll that a single time until tonight since we stopped playing Pulp.
Oh, well, I mean, I can't leave out Josh. Gotta find
Sure you can.
Gotta find something for you to roll on here. Let's see.
Okay.
D100 roll. There we go. I found another chart.
Oh,
The,
this is how I wind up getting shoes again. Here we go. 58.
Good roll for the death and dismemberment table.
I think so.
All right, so going over is going to be everybody except. See, Dane is going with you guys.
Carlton already laid eyes on the antisocial girl. He's in his room drawing pictures of her and writing stories about them.
He's writing
Yeah.
poetry about her right now.
Yeah. Niles has turn the gravity back on the ship. He kind of pulls you aside, and he says, "Is it all right if Dane goes along? You want me to send someone out?"
No, it should be okay. Is he handy with a gun?
Do you think there'll be a need for violence?
Well, we are entering an abandoned orbital facility with no idea what's on it, or what might have been living here.
This place could be packed full of angry Jawas.
That's my fear.
Oh, pest. Well, I guess the pest control would be something that would be important.
Exactly. If
They
I'm
can
not
live
mistaken,
anywhere.
there were Jawas in the Golden System, so nothing's to say they might
Yes.
not have immigrated here. Well, if he feels safe and confident, it should be okay.
Well,
I'm going to bring my bronze glass. You never know.
If he gets too out of line, how important is it that he comes back?
Preferably.
what do you mean by this?
If he gets too out of line, how important is it to you that he comes back?
Well, of course, it's very important that he returns.
Oh. That complicates things, but we can handle it.
Well, let's be on our way then. This is big enough we can drive F-350 through the docking clamps into the vessel, into the run, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All
Up in
right,
F-350. Oh, wait. We still have Taylor, correct? On
Yeah.
the ship.
Yeah.
And we also have, shit, what's his name? Was it Memento? The guy we kept with us?
yeah, Memento is back on the planet.
Oh, we left him there? Okay.
Mhm.
I remember. Okay. All aboard the village bus.
On aboard.
Me in my usual spot in the passenger seat.
All right. F-350 will roll out. So I mean, do I have some kind of mag system or am I clawing it?
Yeah, I mean, you would have some kind of mag system.
Okay. So otherwise it's gonna be a little bit of slow pace. All right, so yeah, F-350 will begin to tootle around through the corridor.
Headlights on.
I'm assuming we got left or right.
You kind of ship and you enter like a big cargo bay,
Oh, okay.
and there was a couple like boxes or something. They look like they look like plastic, some kind of polymer containers like floating in the air because obviously there's no gravity.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much the only thing in this room.
F350. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say if we can make out any of the markings on the boxes.
Yeah, F350 was just about to pull up to one of the boxes and grab it with his hydraulic manipulator arm and bring it down in front of the cab so we could all see what it is.
No, F350, don't jostle it. It's nitroglycerin.
It says property of Sindum.
There any identifying markings on it as like F350 kind of turns it?
It has some kind of code on there, like some sort of serial number.
Serial numbers are F350 shit, so he's going to be searching his databases to see if it pops up as anything.
Accessing data banks. Cross-referencing.
All right, give me a no roll.
All right. That is not very good with a 3.
It does not show up on any of your scans, like any of the databases that you have. It doesn't show up.
Unknown SKU number.
Can you open it?
F350 will turn it and examine it, see if there's any latches or any.
Yeah, it's just got like some simple clamps on it.
Yeah, F350 will set it down in the bed of the truck and then begin flipping the latches open.
Okay, and it opens up, and inside comes kind of like some sort of electronic box that starts floating out of it. It's got some wires and knobs and switches on it.
F350 will gently grab it, pull it over in front of the windshield again.
Corvald, would you happen to know what manner of technology this is?
Let me see. And he takes like a closer look. Well, it looks like a bunch of doohickey and doodads, but with a little more time, I can figure out what they mean.
That can be arranged.
So Corvald will bring them into the vehicle. Assuming it's like this is just massive wires.
It's a big metal box with you see a bunch of wires on it and knobs, and examining it, it looks like it's part of a navigation system.
This appears to be a navigation system. Can I tell if it's like functional? Or does it look intact? I might not be able to know if it's functional without hooking up to a power source, but
I would say it looks pretty much intact. It just doesn't, I mean, it looks like it goes to other things. Like this is a, part what of how many?
yeah. Well, it looks like it's undamaged, but without hooking it up to a power source or fitting in with other components, we won't be able to make much use of it.
Perhaps it could be hot-wired to my battery cell and data transferred should there be more complete charting of this area on board the computer.
I think that'll take some time for us to do. We should probably keep moving in the station for now.
Affirmative.
And F350 begins to move to the left side of the room.
See what else is in here before we have to leave the cargo bay.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only thing that's in here. There's 2 of these floating boxes.
Okay.
Real quick, F350 is going to drive up to the other one and just check the serial number on it and see if it matches the other box.
It's like a couple numbers off.
Different cargo.
Is it probably another part of the ship's navigation system or engine core or something?
Unknown.
Shake it. Does it sound like there's a bunch of AKs or something inside of there?
Opening cargo container.
That's not what I said.
Yeah, there's like, you open it and there's like 3 or 4 pieces come out. And, you know, there's wires and switches and doohickeys on it. Start floating into the air.
Corvald, which systems do these appear to be?
Hmm. So I'll pull them in and take a look. Are they kind of determine what sort of parts they are?
It looks like it goes to this. The other, it looks like another piece to this, whatever this navigation system is.
Very good. There are more. The navigation system is more complete.
Affirmative. Fastening tension belts in cargo bed.
F-350 will manipulate all the pieces down in the cargo bed and then fasten cargo straps over him.
Salvage acquired.
You don't have to do that too much. I'm already tense enough. Shall we continue?
Affirmative.
Okay. Leave the cargo bay and see what's on the other side.
Okay, inside here, there's a set of like double doors.
F-350, would you mind opening them?
Yeah. Do these look like they're like automated doors or just regular doors?
Definitely automated.
Also, how does the power situation in here on the station seem to be? Like, I'm assuming there's probably like a little pad next to the door or something.
Yeah.
Is it glowing at all or is it just completely black?
It gives off like a very faint red glow.
Deploying janitor bot to access door controls.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun.
Janitor
Okay.
bot will float up in front of the control surface and see what indicators might be there for opening the door.
So it looks like some sort of clear plastic polymer that gives it a faint red glow. And as janitor bot examines it, he realized that like you'd have to remove this plastic covering to get to the whatever the panel is beneath it.
Janitor bot will use the squeegee arm to flip the
You
plastic
flip it
cover.
up, yeah, and it looks like it's made for like a literal key.
Access key required.
Any great ideas? What's it? Corval, did you examine that and see if you might be able to jerry-rig a key that might work?
It's not really my specialty, but I can see if I can disable it.
I think you're the most qualified person here at this, actually. And we do have the...
I got a laser cutter if that don't work.
Yeah, that might be a good idea to give to Corval. He's an expert with them.
Whilst Corvald's extricating himself from F-350, Janitor bot's gonna do like a full once over around this door and look for any maintenance hatches or access panels to access the workings of the door.
No, you don't detect anything.
Yeah. So Corvald's going to approach this door. First, he's going to take the obvious approach of looking around to see if there's like a locker or like a key locker or something nearby that might contain keys or sensitive credentials before investing a bunch of energy and trying to blow open the door.
Yeah, searching this cargo bay, that's the only thing is you notice the 2 boxes. It looks pretty empty.
Okay. So Corval's gonna go walk up to the cargo door and inspect it. Probably coming to the same conclusion that there isn't any hatches or latches. And then I'm gonna take the laser cutter and see if I can take off the panel. I can undo the panel that's holding it because it's like a keypad.
Well, yeah, it's like for a literal key to go in.
I'm gonna see if I can take off the area around the key.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, you start cutting away. And then just, you cut it and detaches and it floats off. So only so far, and there's a bunch of wires stuck to it.
And once I cut it open, what do I see?
You see the inner workings of some kind of key entry device. It looks like it's electronic, but it just, you know, uses some sort of key to activate it, but it's connected by a bunch of wires.
All right, so Corval, what we're going to try to do is take some of these wires and, you know, fortunately, I don't think Corval is colorblind, but he's going to try to see if he can like hotwire the door.
Janitor bot will float down and give you light as you do it.
He's like, you know, I imagine the space is kind of small, so he's like, this thing is damn compact. But I'm getting there. We guys gotta make these wires kiss, and then the love making starts. Yeah.
Nothing on 1, click out of 2, 3 is binding. Nothing on 4.
All right, give me I'll let you can do fix.
Nice. That's a 10.
You copulate the wires and they open.
And that's how life is born.
And they look very satisfied as they do it.
I knew we'd see that to in its inevitable climax.
Corvold always loves being the third part of the menage a trois.
I do.
Access acquired. Shall we proceed?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Let me know if you find a bathroom.
We will. We don't happen to see any Jawas floating through here, like frozen dead Jawas floating around.
No, when you open the door, it leads to a hallway, and the first thing you realize in the hallway is there's a bunch of blast marks, probably weapons.
Battle damage means the possibility of dead people. Dead people means the possibility of free weapons. This should be rather interesting.
Affirmative. Readiness status.
Well, get ready for adventure, everyone. Dame, you still with us?
Yeah, it got kind of awkward back there with Corvo, but we good?
Yes. Nothing that can be done here, at least. I might have to see a therapist afterwards, though.
Oh, I'm doing like online classes. I could probably help you out, like if you need to talk.
Oh, interesting. Well, we'll have to look into that later. For now, though, shall we be off?
Yeah, F-350, you might be able to get through these double doors, but down this hallway, it would be kind of difficult.
Passage narrows.
Yes, we should probably get out then. I'll leave F-350 and expose myself to the dangers of everything again.
Yeah.
I've got to get my hands on a suit of power armor. The mech power armor.
Corvold can kind of walk towards the front. Because he's got
It's Gladius.
He's got his glasses. And like, even though he has his vac suit on, he still is wearing the robe.
Yes, over the vac suit. As the robe flutters in zero gravity.
After everyone's disembarked F-350, he will then transform into humanoid form.
F-350, I think I need to get a Porsche or something that's a bit smaller and more convenient.
It is not as utilitarian.
No, but I don't have to get out of it when I go through ship corridors as well.
Affirmative. Stand on cargo platform. I will shield you with my torso.
For now, I think I'll walk for the time being. Thank you, F-350. But if you could lead the way, that would be excellent.
Affirmative.
Thank you. Take us home, 350.
That's 350 will begin leading the way, searchlights on each shoulders, scanning.
Okay, you enter the room and kind of do a quick scan left to right, and as you do a quick scan to your right, you catch the very edge, like a foot, a literal foot and a leg, frozen of a body, floating.
F-350's shotgun hard point is going to snap to target.
Target acquired. Possible hostile.
Does it actually look like is it like just like a disembodied foot and leg?
If you put more of the light on it, you realize it's some kind of, it looks like human, and they're wearing like a cut off shirt and some pants with no shoes. And they're like frozen. You can see that they've got huge holes where they've been blasted.
That's sad.
It happens. Check for equipment that we can use.
Affirming. Acquiring target and assessing equipment load.
F-350 will trundle on over to the corpse and check it out.
F-350, you don't have to kiss it. It's fine. Just look at it.
Upon closer examination, you can see that there's something in its breast pocket. It looks like maybe a notebook or something.
Acquired data.
And he'll pull it out and read it.
It is some kind of book that says Sindum, the Eternal Empire.
F-350 will quickly flip through the pages.
It's written in kind of poetic, like prose, like it's almost like poetry. And it talks about Sindum's founding and the great emperors and the things that they did, and kind of like Old Testament type stuff.
Sindum propaganda acquired.
I don't know if it's worth that much. You tend to find them in every hotel room within Sindum places. Let's keep going. Might be something else here we can use.
So
Affirmative.
yeah, looking around the room, other than the blast marks and the body, there are two doors that are both closed on either side. You can go left or right. The body was floating in the right, near the right door, or the wrong door, depending on how you look at it.
F-350 will go to the left.
Keep expecting to see a Jawa come down and then be like Aliens, where it has a second Jawa mouth inside of it.
You come up to that door, you can see that it has a faint red glow to it, but it does not require it. But it has just kind of like a keypad. So at the very center is kind of a red glow with a bunch of symbols on it.
F-350 will try to acquire a symbol that looks like an open button.
Okay, and after enough fiddling with it, it opens, and you shine a light down into this next hallway, and you see a bunch of like floating parts. They look like metal parts.
Spare parts acquired.
Very nice. And Corval's going to immediately kind of take a pep in a step and go inspect the spare parts, attempting to filter out the ones that are damaged beyond repair.
Do you have any kind of light source? Well, you got F-350's light. When you get out into this room, you can see there's a bunch of blast marks on the floor and the ceiling, the same as the previous room. And there's a bunch of metal parts just kind of floating in space.
Does it look like they come from a specific area?
Oh, you mean the blast marks?
Yeah, like does it like, for example, does it appear like that they're They've all like are
Went in one direction or another.
yeah. Could it have been and like where were they shooting from?
Yeah, give me a no roll.
I don't know shit. It's a 3.
It's hard to tell. I mean, like, you probably haven't studied blast, done reconstruction of blast scenes. So,
Well, a few years in college.
well, yeah.
I'll look around and just like shake his head and then continues and we'll start collecting parts. It's this ones that are salvageable.
Start collecting these, like reaching out and grabbing these different parts. They're not, none of them are any bigger than like the size of a dinner plate.
How many am I able to find?
Give me a D10 roll.
9.
9 parts.
I'll collect them and then I'll bring them over to F350. I've got some more things to patch you up when you inevitably need maintenance again.
Affirmative. Armor level is still at 67%.
I know. You need maintenance. I'll patch you up when we get it back in.
Affirmative.
Have all your little toys now, Corvals?
Not my toys. They are things that will be useful and keeping F350 operational.
Well, that's good. F350, you ready to lead us onward?
Affirmative.
Okay. Give it a go.
Yeah, F-350 will roll on through the room, scanning around, looking for anything hostile.
Yeah, there's nothing hostile in this room. You come up to the next door and it is open. The panel was blasted apart. You can see there's a huge blast mark next to it.
The door, was the panel blasted with the door open or closed?
The door is open. It's hard to, I mean, you don't know if the door was open or closed, but it's open.
Okay. F-350 will move inside and scan about the room again, moving the lights across.
So in here, you can see there are 3 more bodies kind of floating around. They look similar to the last one, whereas they're not wearing shoes, and one of them does not have a shirt, and but they all have like some kind of like pants, and they've got all sorts of blast damage, but they are frozen, kind of just drifting.
Do they look to be all of like the relatively same kind of clothing? Like as though they were all part of the same crew, or is there a mixed match? Maybe some people were the attackers, some were the defenders.
They have a similar kind of like dark blue kind of pant. I mean, they are wearing like similar outfits. They have at least a similar color.
Right.
It appears as though there are only corpses from one side of the conflict. Perhaps the other side gathered casualties and evac'd.
Perhaps. Though, being that they don't have shoes and some are shirtless, my best guess is they were probably ambushed when they were finishing a shower or something. Is this a locker room or anything near here?
350 will look around the room, see if it looks like a locker room or something.
It's like the gym or something? Coming in from a workout? Is there protein shake powder everywhere?
I'm assuming these bodies are bodies of the defenders, and the attackers gathered any casualties they may have acquired during the assault.
I'd like to turn around and look at the way we came, and see if there's any blast marks on the door going the opposite direction.
The doors, I mean, there's some blast marks around it. The door is open. In this room is another door, but it goes to like the interior. So it's on like the left-hand side, but looks like it goes into the interior of the station. And another door is heading straight. This one looks more like a hallway.
Do these bodies have any anything on him as that 350 just kind of trundles past slowly. He's gonna check pockets.
Let's see, everybody can give me a D100 roll.
I got 34.
72.
69. He's got a raging boner.
Okay.
24.
A lot of fours.
One of the guys has got in one pocket, he's got, it looks like a rabbit's foot, but it's made out of some kind of composite plastic.
Don't think that's a rabbit's foot.
Well, it's shaped and looks like one, to look like one.
A synthetic rabbit foot.
Another one has a scalpel and some sunglasses like tucked into the pocket of his shirt.
Scalpel and sunglasses acquired.
I think he only wore them at night.
And the last one has a compass. It's got a big crack in it.
Damaged compass.
And that 350 is just like handing these things back behind him.
Oh, thank you. Well, gonna look at the compass. Does it only point north, or does it only point towards the direction of my heart's greatest desire?
This is true. Would it be like a galactic north compass, or is it like a regular magnetic north compass? In which case, it's just pointing at the hull of the station.
It's a round ball, and it turns all which ways, but it seems to be locked in one position.
Oh,
As in, like, it's stuck in a position, or no matter which way you move it, it's facing the same position.
Yeah, no matter which way you move it, it points in one direction.
what direction is that?
It seems to point like towards the interior of the space station.
I have a feeling we want to go through that door then.
Moving to interior room. Accessing door.
Yeah, again, it's not hard. You open the door into a much larger room, and in this room there is a bunch of broken, looks like glass and containers or something that are smashed. Like a bunch of debris is just floating in here.
Caution.
There's one body in here that's wearing a helmet. It's got like it's the same deal, like no shoes, and it's got a t-shirt on, but it's got like some kind of ventilator helmet that's got like blast marks all over it.
Caution. Suit puncture. Possibility detected. Shrapnel in the area.
Corval's gonna look around, and take a closer and deeper investigation. If he runs across anything or triggers anything, he's gonna teleport at first sight, back behind F-350.
So walking in here on the wall, some kind of picture of, it looks like a very peaceful family, like at the dinner around a table, and they're all smiling, and it says "For Sindum's glory." And there's some kind of like, it's a plate with like a big, it looks like some kind of powder, and they're all like smiling.
Does the powder look familiar? Like, is that like a known meal or delicacy or substance in Sindhu that is regularly partaken of?
Nutrient powder, of course.
Protein powder.
It's what you're looking for.
They all flexing at the table like.
It's like one of those paintings, like the closer you, like, the more you look at it, the more you realize it's not a normal painting. Like, it just looks like a family, but then when you look closer, they're all like extremely jacked.
Yeah, I'm picturing it's like the Got Milk. It's like the Got Milk posters, only it's just Got Gains.
None of the men have shirts. All of the women are wearing shirts that say Mega Milk on the front of them.
They're all just flexing.
Looking at this poster, the closer you get to it, you can see all their eyes like twinkle with some kind of like rainbow colors, and it's like some kind of psychedelic streaming lights behind them. Give me a no roll for your whether you identify what this powder is.
Oh, then EDM concert.
I've had this before. It's a 6.
I mean, it could be sugar. It's probably some sort of drug.
They look like they've had either a lot of sugar or a lot of drugs.
Sugar is a drug. That shit's addictive.
Sugar, hell of a drug.
F-350 will move forward in this room, wading through the shrapnel cloud of broken glass and whatnot to
Mhm.
investigate this damaged corpse.
So you realize, like, frozen, as it's got its arm, it's holding its arm like this. It's frozen solid, but you realize it has something. It's holding something against it. It looks like some kind of polymer, plastic, something like against its chest.
Unknown object in target's grasp, attempting to acquire.
F-350 will attempt to acquire said object.
Oh, it's pressure release. Boom.
So yeah, you pull on it and you hear this crunching noise, and you like just you break off his whole forearm. And you see that there is this like plastic container, like almost looks like one of those sandwich plastic things, and it's got some kind of white substance in it.
Tupperware acquired.
He'll return back to the group with the Tupperware full of unknown powder and hand it off to whoever's just closest.
Okay. Is the arm still attached?
And making
Yeah.
you already have a brick of so.
Yeah, he'll give it to you, arm and all.
Is it see-through?
The container kind of is, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a look at the container. Give it a little shake, see what happens.
It doesn't really move. It's whatever it is kind of like frozen solid, but it kind of twinkles when you put a light on it. You can kind of see like rainbows in it.
Pure sugar. Here, F-350, put this in your. I guess we'll keep the arm for now.
Put it in the glove box next to all the heroin.
I'm
I'm
putting
just picturing like F-350's back kind of opens up like a Mr. Potato Head. You just kind of drop it in.
Wait a sec. You still have the body of that police officer you killed in there? Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, see any other doors out of here?
Scanning.
That's the only door.
The way we came in.
What's the compass doing?
It's pointing like it continues to point in a direction like through the wall.
I think we're going to have to find another way deeper inside.
Affirmative. Perhaps another room further down the hall.
Yep. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we needed to go. We went left, so we should probably head down the right door now.
Affirmative.
There isn't anything else in this debris cloud, right? It's just the shrapnel and then the corpse.
You realize that what this guy was wearing is some kind of breathing apparatus.
We're in the middle of a meth lab.
Or he knew the life support was off and thought he would survive if he could breathe because he didn't think he'd freeze to death in space.
Yes. Well, I know what concert we're going to now.
Okay, are you backtracking or are you just heading? You continued down the hallway.
Is there more doors down the hallway?
Yeah.
Hallway?
Yeah, we'll go down the hallway, then we'll back out of this room and then back down the hallway further.
The
Keeping
door
an eye out
is-
for any doors that look like they lead further interior.
The door is open, and as you look in, you can see that there are like 3 or 4 bodies in here floating. And at the very end of the hallway is another body that's in like, it looks like a vac suit. It's hard to tell, and it has like a large, like clear dome, but it's hard to see what is beyond that because it's all scorched up with like marks on it. But it's definitely different from these ones that are floating.
F-350 will move just inside the room and then send janitor bot to the far end with the squeegee at the ready to clean the surface of that helmet and see if he can see what's inside.
Roll and give an attack roll for janitor.
Squeegee just.
Okay. Yeah, so you squeegee it out, and you can see that the face, the image comes back real grainy. It looks like a skull that's got some like black marks and stuff on it. And it's in some kind of armored suit. And you can see that it's got a cord coming out from the suit, like trying to attach into the wall, but it's just floating there. Well, its upper body is floating. Its foot is like probably magnetized onto the floor, and it's just kind of drifting like this. And it's got some kind of cord, and you can see that the panel has been like opened up, and it looks like it was, either trying to attach or was attached to it or something like that.
Right. In that case, F-350 will move forward into the room and approach that floating corpse, the one in the armored suit.
Yeah, you're just kind of pushing these other corpses aside. They look very similar. They're no shoes, blast marks.
Yeah,
Frozen.
F-350 will reach down and detach the boot and then retrieve corpse and bring the corpse back to the party.
It appears as though this individual in the armored suit was attempting to access some function on the station. He was reaching towards some receptacle for this dongle.
Does it look like the dongle was to a power supply, almost like a electrical cord or an oxygen tube? Did the suit run out of power, or they run out of air and they were trying to plug themselves back in?
Corporal can take a closer look at that to see if he recognizes this sort of equipment.
It certainly looks like it's for some kind of probably power source.
It's clearly a USB-J cable.
Lightning cable.
Space lightning cable.
Priest lightning.
Some kind of electrical hookup of sorts.
Does anyone recognize the type of suit this is?
Scanning known suits in data banks.
Does this match anything F-350's ever come across before?
Because you said it looks like a vac suit, but it's not quite a vac suit.
It looks like one. It's built like one. This has got more internal workings than. If this person is human, they've got a lot of automated parts.
It appears as though this is a cyborg.
Oh.
I wonder if this place is a Sindum outpost that was or a research station that was looking into androids.
Not impossible.
Either that or this Sindum outpost was assaulted by automatons.
Not impossible, but if I recall, Sindum were the ones with the replicant fetish.
Affirmative.
Yeah, the children of the sector and the sisters of Karma probably coming here and wipe this place out.
I wouldn't be surprised, though this has been a derelict for some time. Longer than just 5 years.
Acquiring. Cyborg. Salvage.
F-350 will just strap that corpse to his back.
Okay.
You mean you don't do that with your pickup truck? Just strap random corpses you find lying around your back? Must be an East Coast thing. Well, F-350, you see anything else in this room?
Scanning.
Does he see another doorway leading out of this room?
The hallway continues.
Affirmative.
Well, lead the way.
Proceeding.
Trundles on further.
So you scan this next room and you swear, like as you see a bunch of blast marks and you swear you see something go flashing across your field of vision.
Unknown entity detected. Be on guard.
I see my telekinetic weapon appear in my hand.
Attempting to acquire target.
Corval's riding his bronze gladius.
His blonde gladius.
Blonde gladius. That's what he was in his younger days.
Yeah, you're gonna see F-350 searchlight like tracking rapidly where he, last saw the whatever it was dart.
And there's a corpse that's floating. It looks like one of these things, and you can notice there's something behind it, hiding. It looks like it has like fur.
Unknown entity. Identify yourself or face destruction.
Oh, he's pretty good.
How shall we come in peace?
Or else. Does it appear to do anything?
You hear a noticeable chomping noise.
Noam Chomsky, is that you?
Now I fire on target.
Hold on. Taking a closer look, does it look like it's chomping this creature it's behind, or the dead body it's?
So as you get closer to it, you realize that it's some sort of critter, and it's chomping like on the scapula area of the back, like chewing on it, and it sees you, and it's got these huge eyes, and it just pulls the thing, like begins to pull it and like fly out of this room through an open doorway into another room.
It thinks you want its food, Corval.
Oh, that's not pleasant.
And when you notice this, and its upper, most of its body looks like fuzzy, like some kind of squirrel, like rodent type thing, but it's got long like chicken legs that actually are on the ground digging into the metal, and it runs into the other room, and you can see the marks it left.
Damn.
Be careful, it's Furby's final form.
Have I seen one of these things before, or heard of them?
Give me a no roll.
It's a 7.
Okay, so some sort of squirrel-like thing with chicken legs that can live in 0G and freezing temperatures. I have no idea, but Corval seems to know, so tell me what it is.
It's a McGrew.
Okay.
He's a meeting, Mr. McGrew. If there are McGrew here, that means it could be trouble. McGrew are just the first part of the metamorphic stage before they become a McGrew bigger.
Or a McGrown.
A McGrew some.
So obviously Corval has seen one or heard of one.
Yeah, they tend to inhabit, I guess, he would have heard stories that they inhabit. They can like infest abandoned wreckages, kind of like pests. They scare really easily, but would be aggressive if cornered.
Eating a corpse, so it could probably eat you.
And you did see it left like it was able to bend the metal with its claws as it was running away. So they're pretty strong.
Is it known if they scavenge in packs?
I've only ever seen them alone, maybe in small groups at the most.
A group of McGrew is called a McFife.
McGaggle.
McMurder.
Yes, the McGrew are mostly harmless, but we should do our best to not scare it or appear as if we're chasing after it.
I think that has a high chance of scaring me than it's me scaring it.
Did it flee in the direction that we were going to be headed?
There is like another interior. The hallway obviously continues, but there's an interior door, and it was open, and it scurried in there.
From the shape of this hallway, does it have like a slight curve to it, like it's the main hallway that goes all the way around the ring?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shall we proceed in the direction the McGrew traveled towards the interior of the station, or proceed further down the ring hallway?
Which way is the compass pointing?
Continue.
Towards the center.
Yeah.
We probably need to look for another corridor leading into the center.
The McGrew fled in the direction of the center.
Yeah, but that could just be another one of them rooms.
Is it known, should a McGrew be startled if they send out a distress call to other McGrews?
I haven't heard of anything like that before, but I wouldn't rule it out.
It's its life alert button.
I think we should follow closely or cautiously. At least as long as the compass is pointing in that direction.
Affirmative. Proceeding inward.
Okay, so you're going to enter this room.
Into the nest of McGrew.
And you get shredded up.
The hive of McGrew.
So everybody walking in here, give me a mental save.
Do I have to? That's a 2. That's a failure.
Nice.
Uh,
I just made it.
I got 3. That's a fail.
Is it the kind of thing that would affect F-350's machine mind?
You know what? It would.
Okay, I will roll.
drive you out of your mind.
Let's see. When you're rolling saves, it's a what?
D20.
D20. Okay.
Trying to get above that number.
All right. Mental. I got above it. I got a 15. I needed a 13.
So entering this room and shining your light, there is a presence. You feel just an overwhelming sadness, even more so for Anne May. I mean, it's even more than normal.
I'm about to say, Colton's not even affected if he was here.
And in the center of the room, as the light hits it, there's some kind of weird black metal object with a bunch of like bodies. It looks like figures of people who are like interlocked in strange positions that aren't normal or natural. And in the far end of the wall, you can see that there's a hole. It looks like it was either blasted at some point, but it looks chewed on maybe, and that there's some kind of like growing on the side of it looks like brown fur.
Now, how would you define the sadness exactly?
It's like a hopelessness.
We're feeling hopeless, or we feel a hopeless presence within here?
There's a hopeless presence, and you're kind of overwhelmed by it.
Okay.
This location appears tainted.
Even after being around Carlton, this affects us.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I'm gonna start heading towards the creature that's emanating this presence. I want to give it hugs.
I want to give it what it wants and shoot it.
Dane is just taking all this in. He's like, whoa, this is kind of weird. I think I heard a cat.
It's a hopelessness.
Yeah.
Sound of hopelessness, cat lady.
A strange cat cries in the void of space. Does anyone hear?
Does it- Yeah, I'm gonna go up towards. Does the presence seem to be coming from the black thing with the bodies, or from the fairy?
Yeah, it is affixed to the ground. It's not floating.
I'm gonna head towards the black thing.
Okay.
F350 will proceed at a cautious pace alongside Annie.
I'm not cautious at all.
I've got my weapon trained on it.
Okay.
Anime, I urge caution.
Nope, no caution for you.
Does she even respond to that?
Nope.
Anime, I insist that you exercise control and caution.
Nope.
Restraint countermeasures activated.
And F350 will attempt to pick up Anime.
I'll attempt to
Okay.
shoot F350.
Okay. Well, go for it then. Give me initiative rolls. Give me a
I
D8.
failed my save. I have to do this.
I
Oh,
have
that's
no
a
choice
great-
but to kill you.
Initiative, that's a D8, right?
Yep.
I got a 2.
I got
Everybody
three.
can everybody roll initiative. That'll make it easier.
1v everyone. This is gonna go great for me, I'm sure.
Well, at least you can't damage F350 with that little pea
I
shooter.
can't. Any you.
So what do we
Or
get?
technically, I can if it ends.
I got a 7.
What'd you get, Anime?
3. I rolled a 1.
All right.
Oh, do you add what do you add to that?
Dex.
Dex? Oh, then I'm a 3.
Corval got it too. So Dane sees this and like sees you just headed straight for it, and he runs up and is like, don't I'm gonna be the first to touch that thing. Don't you dare. And he runs past you. And,
Negative.
and kind of like he just like grabs onto it. I
failed my save too. I don't know if I was compelled to touch it or
you have an overwhelming sadness, like how I describe, so you can role play it however you want.
does this thing appear to be alive?
No. Mm-mm. Or maybe you
No.
think it is.
Yeah, I think Ide believes that this thing is suffering immensely and he's going to try to shoot it.
Okay, go ahead.
This could be interesting. It's like what all gets added to shoot?
Your wisdom modifier and your
Telekinesis, yeah. So it's a 21.
Okay. That's definitely a hit. Roll damage.
6.
Okay. So you fire, you see I'd fire his telekinetic weapon, right?
Yeah, it's like a
Does-
telekinetic rifle.
Okay, is there actually a projectile or is it just in the mind or something?
Mind bullets.
It's like I don't really know how to describe it. The book describes it as a telekinetic force being projected out. So
Okay, I mean, you can describe it
Since you
however you
can-
want. I mean, so is basically you have like, do you have a physical rifle that you have?
yeah, since I made the gun visible, I would imagine the projectile probably is too. So it's probably
Okay.
just like a ball of light
energy or something?
almost. Yeah.
It hits this weird black statue with these bodies that are kind of writhing in weird, strange positions, and the energy shoots all over them. And for a second, it looks like all the bodies sort of move and contort, and the energy goes right up. You can see it go right through Dane's vac suit. And when he turns and looks at you, you can see the blood that is inside his shield. And he's like, "What'd you do that for?"
I think he liked it.
And May, you're up.
I am okay. Has F-350 laid a manipulator arm on me yet?
No, he hasn't been able to go yet.
Hasn't been able to go yet. Okay, fantastic. How far am I away from this thing?
Yeah, you can get to it.
Yeah, I'd like to get to it and touch it. I want to see what's causing so much sadness here.
Okay, you feel connected to it.
No, guys, get out of the way. It's suffering. We have to let it move on.
We have to help it find peace.
I'm trying. You're in the way.
Killing it's the wrong thing. It needs friendship and love and happiness.
Okay, and May, I'll send you a message.
The power of God and anime are on my side.
Oh, God and anime. Oh, no.
There you go.
If I was a cleric, it would be the power of God and anime. Absolutely.
350, you're up.
All right, well, 350 is going to attempt to extricate. Can I do both of them at the same time? I've got 2 arms.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Inside
yeah, it'd be like 2 actions. I would say
Okay.
one.
Given that F-350 is technically owned by Annie Mae, he is going to attempt to extricate his owner from this obviously dangerous contraption.
I do not consent.
So he's going to attempt to grapple her and
Do I need to
restrain
attempt
her.
to grapple? I do not consent.
How
I'm
did
going
you
to
do
knee
this, how
to
did you
your
do this
ass.
before? I think, was it a attack roll with,
Yeah, I think we did attack roll and then contested
Exert.
exert. Yeah,
okay, all right, so attack roll, see if you can,
that ease plus strength plus punch. All right, so that is a 15.
Oh yeah, that hits.
okay, you're, all right,
And then exert.
yep.
That is 8, 9.
That is 7, 8, 9, 10.
You do have hustle points.
Oh, do you add attack bonus to this?
No.
No. Okay.
Nope. Just your exert roll with your strength of dex.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hustle point that. So do I re-roll 1 dice or both?
Both.
That is better for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yep, he's got me.
Okay, so he, yeah,
It's
grabs his arm, grabs in May. Corval, do you see all this shit going down?
Before I end my turn, I'm just gonna back away slowly with Anne May in my grasp.
So it looks like this statue or this thing is bolted in the ground. Or
It's
like-
either, yeah, somehow it's sticking to the ground. There's no obvious bolts.
Okay. Corvald is going to he's gonna hug Anne and offer words of comfort.
Okay, she's kind of, I don't know if she's up in the air. Is 350 got her up in the air?
Yeah, he's kind of got her up with one of his arms, kind of holding her up and to the side, away from the statue. So kind of back towards Corvold a little bit.
Holding her by the neck.
No, probably got her wrapped around the torso.
Oh, okay.
Probably trying to restrain her arms.
So I guess he'll keep an eye on her, and instead of doing that, then he'll approach the statue.
Okay, Dane, you can see Dane is there with like, and you could see that he's got like blood on the inside of his vac suit shield, and his hands are on the statue.
Does the statue look like it's made of a hard metal?
Yeah, like some kind of obsidian maybe.
Corvold's gonna try to hug Dane.
All right, just give me a straight up attack roll.
It's an 11.
You kind of grab a hold of Dane as he kind of reaches for you too, like, he almost looks fearful. And at that point, you can see the statue kind of move and writhe around and then stop again.
Once I have him in a tight yet sensual embrace, I'm going to teleport to the backside of F-350 with him to get him away from the statue.
Okay, so you teleport. You're in the room, but you've teleported behind him with the body. That's got
with Dane's body.
With Dane, but the body of the that you found is strapped back there too, right?
Yeah. So teleport back back there.
Okay. So as you teleport back there, back behind F-350, you have Dane, and he just looks real scared. And you suddenly see a glow, and then you can see that the skull of this, whatever it is in this vac suit, the eyes look like glow green.
Oh no.
Skeletor, is that you?
Oh no. You're like I was telling everybody else. We need to in the future not just jettison statues and leave them to be someone else's problem at a later date. Because it'll eventually become our problem at a later date.
You're never gonna stop us.
Now I'm gonna have to put Anime down.
Oh, I need to roll initiative.
Oh, you have to find out what horrors are about to happen to me.
You're up.
I'm gonna shoot the statue again. Nobody's touching it this time, so that's even better.
Okay.
22 this time.
Yeah, it's definitely a hit.
And 5 on the damage.
So I take
So-
half that, right?
Rolling really shit on the damage.
So yeah, you shoot it and hit it, and you see the energy just shoot through it. And all the bodies seem to move again, like change their position. And they freeze. And May, you're being gripped by F-350.
Yeah, I still have that feeling.
Yeah.
I'd like to break away from F-350.
That I
Time for some-
contested.
Time for some Houdini
How are we
shit.
going to do
Yeah.
that, Peter? Exert
just-
rolls, attack.
Yeah, just do exert rolls. You don't need to roll to hit because you're already.
All right, I got 10.
I'm going to hustle point that actually.
Oh no.
Ooh, that's a lot higher. That is 14.
Oh. Yeah, you beat me.
Yep, you feel and recognize that familiar foot as it just stomps right in your face, and she just kicks herself off 350 and launches towards them.
So you got away. So where did you go?
I use the momentum of kicking off F-350 to go straight towards the statue and the bodies, like a rocket.
Okay. Yeah, as Anime does that, you can see for a second, at least, and May knows, but well, Corval wouldn't see, but I'd and F-350 probably see like the statues, one of their arms comes out and grabs onto her and pulls her closer.
I accept the arm.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
And from your point of view, you could see that from where she's grabbed it, like going up all the way to her shoulder, looks almost like faintly obsidian in color, like the same color as the statue.
Ew.
I'm in my happy place now.
F-350.
Do I acknowledge that the thing on my back has awoken?
If there was some means that would, you would, I would say so, but
Well, I mean, when I'm driving him and I put my foot on his pedal, he feels that. So we probably have sensors on his body everywhere.
right. But all you
Wait,
saw,
is it moving about or anything? Or
no, it has not.
okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna try and reacquire anime.
All right, give me an attack roll.
All right, that is not as good for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Meets it.
All right.
All right.
Now, do I have my friends helping me?
Exert, you roll 3d6
Yep.
for anime.
Oh,
Oh,
6.
I rolled
11.
11.
That is 12. 6, 4, and
Beat me.
Yeah.
my friends
see,
have my back.
Corvald. Give me an exert roll first.
11.
Yeah, so Dane tries to break free, but he can't, and you're grabbed onto him as he's like starting to freak out. And is your go.
Suit like head art with helmets, you can't really knock people over the head. Like on the back of F-350 or inside, are there any sort of like, do you have any like ropes or chains?
There's straps.
There's the straps, but that thing is still, the thing is still strapped down, right?
Yeah.
That's on
Yeah, F-350's got like several cargo straps, and that thing's like strapped to his back with one of them.
So I'm gonna try to like fix, like bring up Dane and strap him down with one of the other straps.
Yeah, it doesn't require a roll because he sees what you're doing and he's content to have that done because he trusts your judgment.
All right. It'll all be over soon. It'll be safe, and we'll figure out what the hell is going on with that and May, and then I'm gonna teleport over to the statue.
Okay.
And I don't know. I would hit it with my bronze gladius, if I had enough things in my turn to do that. But,
I would say you'd probably be able to do that next turn, but you can see that Anime is like floating in the air and the statue's hands, they're like grasped like this. And you can see that Anme's arm looks almost obsidian like the statue. So F-350, you hear this noise. It sounds like straps snapping. And there's a yell from Dean, I keep calling him Dean, but he's Dane.
Dean's brother.
Dane Martin.
And something is moving and behind it on your back.
Something that's moving that is not Dean or Dane. Correct? Like I feel something moving that's not Dane squirming around.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you can see behind you? Do you have like a rear camera?
I mean, my
something?
head can probably just turn.
So yeah, if your head turns around, you notice that whatever that creature is has broken the straps, and you catch it as Dane is screaming, and it does this. It pushes him like wham, hits that suit, and you can see the suit just crinkle, and he just goes flying out through that door. And you see him slam against the wall.
Oh no.
I don't know how many HP these vac suits have.
Not much. They're vac suits.
Yeah, they get breached pretty easy.
They're pretty
Okay.
much modern day space suits.
Dane, you can just see him there, just kind of slumped against that wall outside in the corridor in the hallway, and his suit looks damaged.
Uh-oh. Requires a patch, I believe.
Ide, you're up.
Yeah. Still on my mission to end this poor thing's suffering. I'm gonna shoot it again.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you wanted to go grab it. You might be in luck though. I rolled a 4 with a +3. That's a 7. So
Yeah, your shot goes wide.
yeah, I'm trying really hard to not shoot Anne May, and she's blocking half of
Inside check, is he really trying hard or is he just a shitty shot?
it. You'll never know.
He hits when he wants to.
And May, you're up.
Is it a warmth and happiness or is it a sadness or fear?
So on one hand, you have kind of this sad, lonely feeling that is strangely pulling you closer, like you're willing to accept it. And on this other hand, maybe literally, is this sort of warm, burning desire to resist.
I'm gonna need to roll for this. Which way do I go? Acceptance or resistance? Okay, Peter. Odds or evens?
Odd.
Odd. Okay. That's a 2. Okay. I will pull myself closer to the obelisk.
No.
I want to hug it. I would like to wrap my body around as many people as I can.
Yeah, you see the statue kind of like everybody sees it who's there. Corval, you'd see it, different people contort and move and pull Anne May closer. And now you see more of her form is this kind of black obsidian F-350.
Unfortunately, now there's a hostile on my back, so F-350 is gonna bellow over the comms.
Dane has suffered a suit rupture. Corvald, please maintenance his suit. Attacking hostile.
And he'll turn his hard-pointed shotgun and just point it at the head of the guy on F-350's back. You just see the shotgun just boom.
Give me an attack roll.
All right, 22.
That's a hit.
All right, and shotgun is 3d4s plus attack bonus, 8 damage.
So there is a loud boom, and you can see in your screen, like when you hit like this top glass thing just shatters, and pieces of the skull come floating out, but it's still glowing green.
Target has not succumbed.
With my remaining movement, I will reverse towards the wall and try and pin this thing against the wall so it can't really move around on my back.
Okay.
That'll end my turn.
Truck in a hard place.
Corval.
Corval looks between like Anne May, who's like half obsidian, and the slumped body of Dane, and like is trying to like looking back and forth. Damn it, Rose, aid me! And he like holds aloft the bronze gladius,
Okay.
and strikes the statue. And I'm going to have the blade. As it comes down, it catches flame.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Attack the statue. 9.
So yes, you're swinging at it. The statue seems to, even though it is has moved at some point. It was standing still, and then all of a sudden, as that flame comes by, it like two forms sort of contort and you swing right past it. It lets out like this horrific scream that kind of like distorts all the comms for like a few seconds and then they come back on. It did not like that. Give me an exert roll. F350.
That is 6 plus 5 for 11 plus 1 is 12.
So you've pinned this thing, it's pushing, trying to move you out of the way.
I shall not yield.
I shall not be moved.
Hide.
The only hope is to kill Corval. That's the only way to save everyone.
Oh yeah. Seeing what Corval did, Ide's gonna remember that he can call on Rose as well. So try to shoot this thing again, and wow. I think that dice is pissed at me tonight. That's a 9 to hit as well.
Did I tell you about using that dice?
It was working fine earlier. I was rolling like 18s and 19s.
Give me a mental save.
A
Aye.
mental save. All
Use a
right.
different dice.
Using different dice. Why? Because I failed.
I gave you one job, I'd.
Yeah, so you fire your telekinetic weapon in some sort of a flame. It kind of shoots, it just kind of goes around the statue. Doesn't seem to damage it.
That's kind of hot.
And May, give me a mental save.
Oh, I would love to give you one of those. That is an 8 out of 12.
You use a different dice.
Well, the dice has been rolling great, except on my saves. I'm in California. I only have 2 dice to choose from, unfortunately. 2 dice sets.
I just remembered F350 only had 3 shells for the shotgun left. He's down to 2 now. This is not good.
I just wanted to come here to get guns, and instead I get eaten by an obsidian.
You like it.
Yes, but that's besides the point.
That is pretty anime way to go out for anime.
Oh, that is true. It has to be an anime death.
I will give you the option of either A, defending the statue, or going deeper into it.
Well, I never thought you'd ask. Okay. Defend the statue, odd or even.
Odd.
Yeah, I rolled a 6. I am then shooting at I would like Corval's the closest, right?
Yep.
Yep, I'm shooting at Corval. That's an in that case, no minus. So that's 18, 19, 20, 21 minus 1, 20 to hit Corval's.
Oh no.
Well, that hits.
Okay.
Oh no.
I hate how they don't show the damage of the weapon here.
1d6.
If I thought so. Laser pistol, 1d6. 7 points of damage, 1d6 plus 2.
Yeah, he is really hurting.
Oh, good.
You can use your 1d8 fire because it's a new round.
Oh, that is true. I forgot about that. I haven't been using
Oh
that.
no.
No, you cannot.
Oh.
I'm talking to Corval.
1d4.
I mean, 1d4, yeah.
I'll use that. I rolled a 2, so it is
5.
5.
Yeah, your back suit is very damaged.
He's probably hissing air, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, the vac suit can heal a bit, so it's bullet holes and stuff. It's okay against its melee attacks. The vac suit suffers badly.
What did you use?
Laser pistol.
Okay.
It's probably fine. Some of the plastic probably melted from the heat and glued itself back together.
Vac suits have self-healing exteriors that conceal the puncture wounds caused by bullets, arrows, or energy beams, but a strike from an edged weapon can overwhelm the repair system.
So it's melee you gotta watch out for.
Yes, here is the exact quote.
Ah. I never knew that. I always assumed that you got punctured, you were fucked.
F-350.
Well, given the entity pinned behind me is still hostile, gonna rechamber that shotgun and fire another round.
Okay.
All right, and that is 23 to hit this time. And since I remembered about that, their holy fire damage, we're gonna give that the extra D4. So I'm rolling 4 D4s. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points of damage. That's much better.
So you blast him, and more of those fragments come flying up, and then that green light just goes out and a flame shoots out of it. You have it pinned, and you can it just looks like some armor or something just like sitting there now. And it's just you see the smoke coming out of it.
Then F-350 will use his movement to drive forward between Corvald and Anime to block line of fire. So I was kind of picturing Corvald's on one side of the statue, Anime's on the left-hand side.
Yep.
F-350 would go right between them, try and block that line of fire with his body.
She's went crazy.
Corporal Chuck climbs over F-350 and strikes.
Corvald, you're up.
Caution.
What was that for? You almost killed me. I was free you and me. And he goes again to strike. Bronze Gladius aloft. That's better. That's a 15.
That's a hit. If you're hitting the statue, yeah. Roll damage.
Yep. 6.
You strike like the gladius, you strike it, you can see like some kind of energy just shoot through the whole bodies, and they kind of writhe around a little bit and then like reform.
And I'm going to take cover behind F-350, kind of crouched, so I could be within full cover, at least in Anime's current range.
Dane isn't doing anything. I'd.
Dane's just moping in the hallway, huh? Wow. I got a new dice. That's 10.
You don't went up.
Slight improvement.
Went up by
I
one.
was just randomly firing telekinetic weapons at it, missing.
We're just watching as the walls are getting these dents in them suddenly.
You just hear, let and go, thud.
And May, you're up.
Well, that's a lot of warning shots coming from Ide. Witnessing what I just witnessed, I would like to rage if I can. And I would like to crawl deeper into this thing to maintain that feeling. Just see how close I can get to the center.
Picture you just
An ocean of hands and bodies dragging me in, and I'm swimming.
Yeah. Everybody make notice rolls except for Ann May.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know if you can make a notice roll. Whether you care or not is a different story.
5.
An 8.
I got a 5.
I'd noticed he got a what is that? Plus 13.
Does he care though? That's the question.
We'll see. What did he notice?
You see your ex-wife coming. She wants alimony money.
Joke's on you. I never got married. All my girlfriends met Carlton and ran.
Good move. Good move.
Henry is almost bonded. We must destroy this if we wish to save her.
Just jealous. I'm getting a bioorganic mech suit right now, and none of you guys are. You just want to stop me from getting my biomechanical mech suit, aren't you?
You're just holding me back. Grab my arms. You're holding me back.
Hold me back, quick. Hold me back.
Let's see.
So yeah, I'd noticing that would probably tell the others. Anime is now merged with that statue, guys. If we kill it, we're gonna kill her too.
You don't know my power.
F-350, I think you're up.
I suggest a retreat and recovery of Dane before he succumbs to vacuum.
I don't know that we can fix him. I'm pretty sure the glass in his helmet's what broke out, isn't it?
I thought Dane's suit was just punctured.
Yeah, that was the guy who pushed him.
So yeah, F-350 is gonna wheel backwards and attempt to assess Dane's situation.
He definitely needs air. He's unconscious. He needs air. His suit has been damaged.
Well, F-350 probably wouldn't carry one of said patches, but given that Dane acquired his suit and gear from the ship, F-350 is going to search Dane's equipment and see if he's got any of said suit patches.
I would say that you wouldn't even need to do that because you realize the damage that was done to the suit. You would need such a big patch that would make a difference.
It's catastrophic.
Yeah, his suit is wrecked.
Does F-350 think if he rushes Dane back to the ship, Dane can be saved?
Yeah.
F-350 is going to announce over the comms.
Retreating with Dane back to the ship. He is in urgent need of medical care. I suggest you all do the same.
And F-350 will scoop up Dane and with all speed head back towards the ship.
You hear over the comms. You can run, but you won't escape me now.
New comm frequency 10.85.
10.85 I'm still on comms.
So I guess then we would retreat and run.
Okay. Yeah, it is Corval. It is your action.
Corval's gonna teleport away.
What are you doing, Ide?
You're gonna pay for stealing a hand, and I'm gonna shoot it again before I start running.
All right.
Oh yeah. That's a 2 on the dice, so that's a 5.
I'm just picturing he just shoots over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Absolutely no idea what we've gone through. What 3 or 4 rounds of combat with him just missing.
Yeah, I hit it once, and then my dice were like, "And you're done for the night."
Yeah, you're one and done.
Yep.
Yeah, you as soon as you leave that room, you just like something washes over you, and all of a sudden you're like, what am I doing out here? And you just see Ide standing in the hallway.
I fall back.
Huh? Yeah, I did.
Retreat towards ship.
All right.
Oh no! What's your name?
I'd.
Good. What's your birthday?
I don't remember.
What year of the ICAAS official calendar is it?
I don't know.
That's not good. You must have brain damage.
I just don't like official stuff.
Oh no, he's retarded.
Follow me, Ide. We have to get out of here.
Okay.
Moving back to the ship, and you bring Dane back in, and Niles is like, "Oh my God, what's happened? I tried to communicate with, but all your comms were scrambled. I couldn't hear anything."
I need a rocket launcher.
Oh dear Lord, I don't think we have one of those.
Anne May has been captured by some strange statue. Dane has been critically wounded.
I'm not captured. I'm finally where I'm supposed to be. And I'd like to
No,
start ripping the station apart around me with my godlike powers.
There's a moon at Pearl Shaw. We will head to. There may be some people there. At least a safe place where we can land and
Get a
regroup
rocket
and
launcher.
find out what's going on. Yeah, of course, your rocket launcher. But you could just make one with your mind.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with space stations and spaceships pretty well, correct, Peter?
Mm-hmm.
From being a pilot, all those. Okay. I'd like to use my newfound powers to infiltrate the ship as it tries to leave and hijack the electrical systems and control where it goes. Because I am essentially a god now.
We leave and end up docked right back where we were.
You try to leave and you just get stuck, docked here forever. Your fuel supply drained. I have no idea. I'm
All
just making.
hail the Omniscience.
I have no idea what's going on. I'm just making shit up right now. I did not expect it to go this way.
Quick, we don't have a rocket launcher. We're just gonna have to set the spike drive to go critical.
Give me a 2d6
We'll take
roll.
that statue out.
Give you what?
A 2d6 roll.
6-6.
So as Niles, so as Chloe gets into the ship and tries to disembark, and they, detach the clamps to send the ship away, she begins to put in impulse, power away, and you see the ship just go. Just make a complete circle all the way around the station and come right back to the same spot that you were at. And this is a good place to stop.
Death by Anne May.
I have no idea what happened. Literally, the note I was given after I touched the statue is, let me just read it here. Sadness, you are being torn from your birth mother when F-350 tore me away. I literally had to go ahead and become one with my. That comes out really badly.
Being torn from her birth mother.
You've been turned into Anne May Sephiroth. Where's mother?
I like to start off by saying no chromo. Okay. What now?
Oh no.
That's a good question. What now?
Do I still count as being alive, or am I now one with this thing? I am very confused.
I'll leave it up to you if you want to roll with another character, or you want to. We can do something else. I don't care. We can figure something out.
I have no idea.
He's not done role playing killing all of us yet.
That is
You gotta finish, you
but
gotta finish the job.
Oh, okay, good.
Gotta, it meant getting involved in Orcus. You're somehow getting sucked into a cult of Orcus. You're neither alive nor dead.
I really don't know what's supposed to happen with her now, because she outright rejected Rose's offer to help her, and she's like, "No, I don't. I'm going to be with the thing that I view as my birth mother." And I did come to love this thing, so it's kind of like, what would get her to leave? I have no idea. I honestly don't think much of anything.
It sounds more like to me who's surviving on this space station for the last few years by themselves.
Yeah.
Who or what?
I don't know what type of knowledge or power or anything that she gained from this, but I doubt she'd be considered human anymore at the very least.
And here's the question. Even if you did find some reason to want to leave, would the creature let you?
That's another big question. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're at a Mexican standoff here. Either you've got to die or we've all got to die.
Yeah, it's a big sombrero.
Well,
space
if you
station.
do notice, The station is shaped like
Yeah.
a arrow.
That's a good
was the
tie-in,
station
I'm
named
glad you
like
did
Big
that.
Hombre?
Either you die and make a new character to come play with us, or we all die and then we all make new characters.
Okay, how can she come back? But then it's like, it doesn't really make sense at this point. She's outright given herself to this creature with every fiber of her being.
Well, and you failed quite a few chances to come back to the light.
Failed 3 chances to come back, yeah. There's just
Yeah,
like,
I
goddamn,
think, yeah, we can,
probably just do a new character at this point.
no,
'cause
I mean,
I'm
no,
really
we could role play something, or I got an idea kind of what I want to do
okay.
for next week, and then I'll talk to you about that, and we can go from there. See how it goes.
Okay.
Because,
I
you know,
am now
if your character was to survive, then they would have obviously something, they would have been changed in some way. So might be something interesting that would come out of it, you know?
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, it's just I literally joined an obsidian goo people thing.
All right, y'all, I'm gonna head out.
One of us.
All right, I appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. Good night.